Alright guys, another day. Just getting going here. Brought our tools out. Got our plan formulated for today. So I'm going to work on getting the crown of the deck matched right here. Got the strip of wood across that 4x4 there and playing it down. Same as that piece of 2x6. Put a couple cross beams in there between the two beams to just strengthen them up a little bit. And then I'll go ahead and start cutting some plywood to go over that and under it so we can put our foam pieces in.
Yeah.
That's my plan for right now.
A couple of strips over here.
Yeah, a couple strips for on top of those.
Trim up this loose fiberglass.
That'll make this spot pretty much ready to put our coamings on.
Yeah, we might just go on top of this existing fiberglass with the coaming, just for the simple fact that we might get pressed for time before we got some weather coming in. We got a fairly good storm coming in a couple of days. It's going to be southeast, which is going to probably drive a lot of rain through this opening here. And I guess our goal is just to get this stuff, get a layer of glass on top of this and get it waterproof.
Yep, that's the big issue here. We don't want a bunch of water running into our seams and soaking everything. And
this coaming can just be added after the fact, really. It's no big deal one way or another.
Right.
But it would be nice to get this forward one tied in now. So.
That's kind of the immediate goal before the big storm comes. So.
Yeah, so we got a few days yet.
So yeah, Dad's gonna work
a couple,
on
3 days before any rain, so that'll give us time to get this prepped, and we'll just see how our timeline looks. If we have time to get the coaming all cut and fit here, then we'll do it. If not, we'll just glass over any raw plywood right here and be easy enough to cover up the small area with a tarp and keep it dry. So yeah, I'm gonna get in here and finish cutting up these coamings, I guess, and start prepping them, start prepping the edges, get this gel coat knocked off, get down to raw fiberglass so we can tie the new stuff in with the old. I guess that's my goal.
Yep.
Radius the edges on the inside of that so we can wrap fiberglass easily. A lot of prep work to do.
The planer helps. So.
Well, one thing about it, you don't really have to think about what you're doing very much, so
yeah,
it's just kind of go on autopilot and go. Get sheathed up and you're pretty bulletproof.
Those are our big goals for today. Hopefully get the rest of this woodwork done. And be pretty happy then.
Yeah. Usually the hard part is just kind of getting stuff figured out. How you want to put it together and how big to make things. There's always kind of a lot of back and forth and worry about making it too small, about making it too big. Yeah, this hatch would be nice. It's a good size.
Yeah, both hatches really. This one is, like we were saying, similar to the middle hold on the fishtail. Not the whole hatch, but the big side that flips up. So we're pretty used to that size and working with it. A little bit bigger, actually. Yeah, time to get to work.
Task at hand is just
get dusty.
Get this back together.
So yeah,
we'll finish the coffee.
Get going here. Yeah, we'll finish our coffees first. Gotta have that energy. All right. Alright guys, welcome back. So we were down here yesterday. We got our last corner of the coaming cut, and also got the underside of this deck area cut, the wood up underneath. So we got rain in the forecast tomorrow. We're gonna try and prep all these edges around the glass, along with the glass on the coaming there, and try and get some glass down before it rains. It's supposed to come southeast 25, which will come right in through that crack. We'll probably put a tarp up today, just in preparation, and try and keep it somewhat dry in here. But the real goal for today is to get some glass down on this wood and get it all glued down, and it'll just be done. So right now I have to pull these boards up so we can put some foam in a couple of voids right there. Just gotta trim this area back a little bit right here to put one more piece of wood in there, connect it all up right there. So that's kind of the immediate goals. Dad's just prepping his PPE in there. It's been pretty hard to see through his full face mask, so he's just got it all cleaned up, gluing it down now.
It's got the protective shield on it, which is kind of hammered, but it gets dust underneath it, which is kind of annoying.
Yeah, it's a shame they didn't use double-sided tape or something on it, and you can just stick the whole thing on there.
Yeah, I think I'm just gonna put tape around the whole perimeter of it and be done with it.
Yep. So that's what he's doing in here, just getting ready to delve into it. Just did a little bit of cleanup. Cleaned up our last few pieces of debris right there. That's just the outside of these coamings. As you can see down the fish hold. Haven't gotten down there yet to sweep up, but do that next. So that's the agenda for today. So we'll get to it.
Guys, well, I'm just about ready to get fired up and start stripping this gel coat off of here. So kind of like the same thing we did in the back. I gotta come back here and grind off this gel coat on the surface where the seam is gonna be. We want the new stuff to bond well to the old, and this actually has a layer of paint, and then there's some gel coat underneath. Both of them need to come off, get down to the fiberglass below. So one reason that we clean off the gel coat is that it's not very strong as far as structurally. It's just kind of like a layer of resin, essentially, is what it is. It's thickened resin. And that being said, it doesn't have a lot of strength in it, so if you laminate over the top of it, it's easy to break it apart. And so this is just kind of an example here. There are some tabs. This piece was actually part of that column right there. So we moved this forward, and so I removed this, and to do it, all I did was just hit it with a hammer, and it just immediately broke this off. You can see where it was in place right there, and the white is gel coat here. So when they put that on there, they didn't clean it off, and you can see on the back side of this, that's just the gel coat right there. It just peeled it right off. So there's really no strength in it. Usually when you do that, you end up with problems with delamination. A little bit of water starts to get in a crack like that or something, and in Alaska, we have freeze-thaw cycles, so it freezes and it pushes it out a bit, and more water gets in there and it freezes again. Pretty soon it'll pop it off. It'll just delaminate over time like that, just because it's not a very good bond. So we want to get the best mechanical bond possible, so we're going to go in there and we'll knock it down to bare fiberglass again, and scratch it up real good, probably with like some 40 grit or something. Try and key that surface a little bit and let our resin give something to bite into, give it some tooth. So that's my task this morning. I'm going to use this planer for the bulk of the work because that'll strip it down quickly and evenly. Hopefully we don't hit any nails along the way, but
Shouldn't be in the or in the
shouldn't be any in the laminate. Yeah, as long as I don't go in the wood, I should be all right.
Yeah.
That'll make pretty quick work of getting the bulk of that stuff off, and then I'll just go back in with the grinder and get the spots that I can't get to with the planer. And I think the plan is probably to strip this all down because we're going to want to put a few more layers of laminate on this and bulk it up a little bit, make it stronger.
Puts a really smooth finish on it. 40 grit flap disc is up really nice.
Remove any gel coat that just doesn't gel.
Yeah, removing the last bits of gel coat that you missed in the planer. That took it off fast.
Really fast.
Very nice.
2 passes, it was gone, really.
Awesome.
whole bucket up.
Okay guys, back down here. Yesterday we did a real grind fest. Got most of our glass prepped. Just a little bit left to go on these coamings over here. But it really took it out of us, so we hung it up for the evening yesterday. It was a mess down here.
Yeah, late lunch, and by the time got back down here, it was kind of really late to get going on anything.
Yep. So we got all of our glass ground away, prepped up. The coamings, just gotta do a couple of things to them.
Yep. They're good. They're ready to go.
Yeah. And yeah, I guess that's about it.
Yeah.
Just gonna start getting going here
That
and
won't
getting
take
stuff
long.
together.
Start getting these screwed down and get some glass on this stuff, and
Yeah.
kind of button this project up for right now.
Trying to beat the weather. It's supposed to rain at some point today, so
Yeah, all we're really
Hopefully
looking
we'll-
to do is just get a couple of layers on this exposed plywood, and that'll be good for now. And we don't have to worry if we get a few random drips or leaks or anything in our tarps. It'll be no big deal. So yeah, I guess we'll get into it here.
all right, guys, get these chunks in.
Yeah. All right, well. Got a few gaps and cracks in this stuff. We're just gonna do a little foam there. Fill the rotten hole. Good?
Yep.
Good. Are you fitting it or testing it, or are you just going for it?
Just going for it.
Alright, why don't you just kind of like stand on this corner right here.
Ready?
I wonder if we should have a line on this, or if it's good. Come over here a second. Right there. Back over. Back over. Maybe we should put the two together and then.
Sure.
this one, we just need to come up and air it now.
This one?
No, the other side.
Oh, okay.
I don't know. I'm not sure what to do.
I can do it from this side.
I mean, I think it looks pretty good. The texture, right? Should be good, huh?
Yeah.
Where's your file? In the pocket. Oh, this is a forward one. Looks good.
Yeah.
Should work, huh? There it goes. Got it.
Got it. Nice. Well, there it is. They're in.
Yeah.
Cool. Makes me happy. How's it look? I didn't put my glasses on. Just stand on it and I'll put a screw in it again or
Yeah,
something.
I think so.
Alright.
If you can get your board like that.
Good?
Yeah.
All right, guys. Well, we're just about to start glassing.
Yeah, happy time.
It is a happy time. Yeah, we've been kind of fabbing and grinding and
Yeah.
demoing.
The demo is always easy. Fabricating seems slow. The grinding and prep work is just generally lame.
Yeah.
But it went pretty quick. And now we're to the good part, and that's actually getting the stuff tied back in. And that always makes you feel good. Especially when bad weather's on the way. We'll have this dried in. We got some wind and rain coming this evening, but right now it's just sprinkling a little bit. We're tarped up pretty good. By the time it gets real nasty out, this stuff will be done. So
Yeah.
life will be good for us.
Yeah, the goal right now is to get just all of this wood
stuff
covered
Yep,
and
these seams.
tabbing up the coaming there.
Then if we do get some rain driving in through our tarps or through any cracks or anything, and it runs down across this, it won't hurt anything.
Yep. So yeah, Dad just got it all final sanded, made sure there's no dags sticking up.
Yep.
Really disrupts your glassing when there is. It's annoying.
Yeah, little spots like, well, kind of like that, but that one's in there. But
Yep.
where we drilled in and countersunk, that's always got some little bit of rough material sticking out, so it's good to go back over and just hit it real quick.
Mhm.
Run your hand across stuff, make sure it feels pretty good. So
Yep.
we'll get some putty mixed up, slap some in these holes, get a nice fillet around the edge of this, and then start laying down some mat.
Mhm.
We'll tab in these joins right here where all this stuff meets. Got some corners that looks like they only had a layer of matting here. That's it. And they wrapped it with some roving, but they never came and reinforced these corners. That's why these are all worn like that. And they're also a little bit lower too. So we'll build that up. We'll get some mat on here, and then we'll come back in with some biaxle and get that built up. And yeah, we'll start getting this thing prettied up.
Yep. All right.
Yeah, it looks good. Happy with the way it turned out. This is a really nice thing to get done. Just as important to get this other hatch in here too, so we can divide this fish hold up. Yeah, so we got good conditions, so we're gonna start rolling down some fabric here
Yep.
and get this all tightened up tonight.
Mhm. I'm gonna get a pot of resin mixed up, wet some stuff out, get some putty mixed for Dad, and then I'll cut some cloth and he can lay it down.
Ooh, Kool-Aid. Oh, it's already very strong in here.
Yeah.
This is ready.
Yeah, might need a little drizzle here. A little overzealous with my dries.
All right.
I think it's small for now.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah. Just going right off the middle or end to end?
Oh, I don't know that it matters a lot.
Okay.
Whatever feels funky. I'm pretty sure this stuff was laid up a little bit, starved the resin in places too, you know that?
Yeah.
Just like that, they're dried in, folks.
Oh, continue on right there.
I was actually going to lay a little piece in here first.
Oh. Gotcha. So I'm jumping the gun is what you're saying.
Yeah, you're fine.
I just want my setup.
Oh, boys. Just a little piece in here.
probably good though. Get it leveled out some, huh?
Yeah. So get in there.
Oh, it feels good to get this stuff in.
Sure does.
Been stressing about the rain for days, guys. It's like, oh no, down to one day. It's tomorrow.
Right height. That looks good.
More juice, I guess.
Could you hand me those scissors?
Okay, that's swath number 1 sort of done.